Hey, but we don't want to get on SSU because we're not there.
I have a subject that I think segues nicely. We lost Passionate Soul this weekend, and I don't know about you guys. You're not from here, but I don't.
He was a college professor, by the way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Colleges are supposed to produce those kind of people.
He was a college professor who never killed homosexuals.
That we know of.
That we know of.
But I don't put much faith in men. But I had faith in Paul Wellstone.
Was he? I thought he was a man.
Yeah, he is. He's an exception.
What were you saying?
I typically don't have faith in people.
Oh, you typically don't.
Yeah, I don't have faith in people, but in this case, I had faith, and
he's a Jew too.
yeah.
And I know you're big in Jews.
Yeah, but he married a non-Jew, so.
Did he?
A Baptist. Yeah.
Baptist.
Yeah.
So what did they do with their children?
Well, one of them just died.
Yeah, but
the other two are
previous to the death.
They tried to in 1990. His opponent tried to use the fact that he hadn't married a Jew against him. Sent a letter out to the Jewish community.
He hadn't married a Jew. He had married a Baptist.
But he hadn't married a Jew.
Oh, he hadn't married a Jew.
Yeah, see, they were both.
Quite a.
Well, no, listen to this. Both candidates were Jewish.
Yeah.
If only we could get wide enough to see this. Yeah.
No, I don't. Oh,
Damn, you got me.
So anyway, I don't want to say too much about during this break in the action
Good enough, guys.
about Wellstone, but I do want to say that there aren't any others, out there like him. And then when the President of the United States came on
Who's Jewish?
TV, who is Jewish, and started speaking about our senator, I think the proper reaction was to want to take his hide off. Yeah. So anyway.
What I would say is that I think Joe's segue and lead-in was excellent because he wasn't even thinking about Wellstone. He was just talking about something else.
We don't know that Joe wasn't thinking about Wellstone.
Well, maybe, whatever. He can explain for himself.
He's
but
brilliant.
To me, we were talking about a different subject, about passion in life, passion as an academic. And I think Wellstone took that from the college arena and, 20 years essentially of college teaching at a very nice university in Minnesota, took that kind of same academic passion to the Senate about being true, right, debate, give and take about arguments, and I think that's what marked him as a different person, and that's my take on it, and I don't really know Minnesota politics
I feel
very well.
privileged to have seen him, this last spring or fall in Marshall, which was a shame. Not many people.
He was in Marshall?
Yeah, he had a rally at, what was it?
It's going to be Mike's now. It's the Embers.
Embers.
Yeah.
He had a rally at Embers?
Yeah, there was nobody there.
Played with my kids, and that sort of thing.
You played with your kids?
With the Stinger and with Hannah. Showed him the bus. But that's the thing. I mean, Wellstone got up every day of his life.
There was nobody
From what
there.
everybody
This
can
fucking
say.
guy showed up.
And tried to make people's lives better. Tried to do something right.
There's no way.
He sounds like a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Named
T-Dog.
T-Dog.
No.
He's a little friend of mine who wakes up every day of his life.
Every day I go to Embers.
He tries to make somebody's life a little bit better.
Yeah.
A little bit better, whether that's English word origins or whichever way he plans to work his magic. There's no telling.
I surprise myself.
He surprises the people at the alley. Everybody at the alley loves him. And just thank God this is a guy who has not gone to his peril.
Yeah.
There are still a few guys around who are still, able to.
So, what are you saying, Babe? Are you volunteering your services as, to run for the Senate?
I think it's time.
No, it's Mondale.
Step aside, Mondale.
No, it's Mondale.
I think.
It's all Mondale.
I'd love to see.
Mondale to die in office. That's our
Who
aim.
takes over? Who's our backup?
Reagan.
I'd like to.
Instead of Reagan. We need Reagan in Senate in Minnesota or whatever it is.
To reside here. Yeah. I'd like to see Alan Page take it, actually. He's kind of number 2 on everybody's list. And,
If somebody disagrees with him in the Senate,
he's a Democrat.
Thank God.
And
if
he's,
somebody disagrees with
disgusting.
Alan Page in the Senate, he runs down and tackles them.
yeah, I'd like to.
Page. Now that was Minnesota Vikings Day.
Yeah,
That was,
amen.
That was
Amen,
Minnesota
amen to
Vikings.
that.
I can respect those guys.
Yeah, well, you know what Alan Page is
They
now,
were
don't
good.
you? Supreme Court Justice in Minnesota here. And I would,
He's a little bit gay.
I'd follow Alan Page. I think he might be the best defensive tackle in the history of football.
Sure,
Yeah.
Okay. Are you willing to
So, T-Dog, if you were in the Senate and Alan Page were in the
I
Senate,
wouldn't be afraid of getting hit. I'd
would
be
you
afraid to
accuse
go
him, say he
yeah.
voted against war in Iraq? Would you call him chicken?
Heck no.
No.
Hey,
I'd
what's the
say
language?
he was-
Language.
Hey,
No.
Yeah.
dog.
Sorry, back to
What's that?
Thick
What was
Fucker.
that? Heck?
St. Louis
What do you say?
Ram
Heck no,
language.
what?
Heck no.
But I asked him if he were a United States Senator and Alan Page was the Senator from Minnesota and Page voted against war with Iraq, would BAME call him out on it, call him a chicken? You know?
Heck no.
Say that he was light on defense.
I'd call him,
You know?
I'd say he had balls.
Yeah.
Balls.
Anyway, but one more thing about
I
Wellstone.
love the bullets, baby.
Wait, Tim's got another.
I want to say one more thing about Wellstone, and Mark Dayton and some other people for that matter too. There are a handful of people who stand in stark contrast to the leadership that we have currently in this country. Has George Bush gotten up on any day of his life, do you think, with the idea that he was going to make somebody's life better? You know, here's a guy
Yes.
who, his life,
Yes.
I think
people
he,
like
I think
him.
he says,
People like him, yes.
I think if America dominates the world, he thinks that the third world people
Yeah,
will
but what is-
benefit.
But what does
Oh
he
yeah,
think
they'll
of?
benefit in the sense that anyone
No, I
who gets
really
to
think he
worship
believes
something
that. Not that I
benefits.
agree with
But I
that.
have
I
a
think he
question for you.
believes that.
What is his idea of what America is? America is guys like him
Did you
making
see
obscene amounts of money.
Did
I'm
you-
just saying,
And
I think
lording
he
it over
does
the rest
truly
of us.
believe
Yeah,
that.
and
I
did
think
you
he
see
really,
this
truly does
this thing
believe
that they passed
that he thinks
recently?
America's doing good by what his policies are. I
Well,
really do
did
believe
you see
he
what
thinks that.
they've actually put into words recently?
I think you're right.
They put that into words recently, where they've actually said America is the most powerful country on earth, and never again will it not be. They've basically put,
is the
man.
I can Romana just printed out the thing
I think
that
for
they.
it
a long
legislation?
period of time it won't.
What?
Is it
It's
legislation?
going to be.
Yeah,
for a
well,
while.
they have, it's the Bush plan or whatever.
several
He's got it, it's in some language somewhere where he's
I
saying
ain't so
basically,
sure about
like,
long term.
he says, okay, never again will anyone be as powerful as or more powerful than
That
the United
could change.
States.
I mean, it could
Does huge in size. We're one of the top, one of the largest countries.
Huge.
Yeah,
Russia is huge.
No, yeah, we're the fourth largest country in area. We're the third largest country in population. So we're not some little has-been area.
We're not some
we're not.
fucking little Israel or
Dylan,
some
we're not
fucking
half
little Congo
Yes, we are.
or some
That's
fucking
China,
little
India,
Denmark
United
or some
States.
fucking
no,
little
no. Russia is way
Scotland
down there.
or some fucking
Even when it
little
was Soviet
little
Union, they were like
Thailand or
And
some
now, oh,
fucking
yes.
all those countries. Look fucking
It's
bam,
China
bam, bam.
at about 1.5.
Shut up!
It's
That's
India
what we
about
say to
a
those
billion.
countries.
It's
Shut
us
the
with
fuck
about
up!
285 million. The next is Indonesia.
Indonesia, I know,
Is fourth. Then then you start getting into how you want to count the population because it gets close. Pakistan is close. So yeah, oh no, we
So
are
there
third.
is a
We
Soviet
are
Union.
third. There's no many decades. When I'm talking like that,
Europe
I'm talking
may be
about
the next,
humans. Long
next
term,
major hub.
anything. I mean, long term. Who knows?
Well, what
It's all,
happens? I mean, what happens when the next bomb does go off? Nuclear weapons. Is that gonna happen?
Lots of people.
Well, I just hope I'm not near it.
I really don't think it's going to be a national, international kind of event as far as one country attacking another. I think it truly will be a smaller group of radicals detonating a dirty
it could
bomb.
very well be India and Pakistan too.
Or those, there are some trouble spots.
Or
around the world.
Israel. I mean, say something happens in the Middle East.
If they get overwhelmed, Israel may well. I don't think they necessarily by default will do it, but
Israel has nuclear weapons.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Documented. They're one of the ones who are for
We
sure.
know,
That's awful.
yeah.
That's pathetic.
Just, but why hasn't it happened already? And when?
I think we should
Well, it has happened.
pursue
I mean,
a regime change. In
Yeah,
Israel.
okay, it has happened, but
Israel's always been able to,
then-
using standard military, defend the borders they feel realistic that they need to survive. And so
think
they've
that-
never been resorted to nuclear weapons, and they've taken preemptive strikes against Iraq back in
But
the
you
early
think
80s.
What?
Trying to get Joe to get some popcorn.
What's so fuck? This is one of the dumbest groups around. I mean, they're not as dumb as some groups, but they're a dumb group. Bush.
oh yeah.
You know, no sex and violence. Stupid.
Sex and violence.
I mean, they've kind
It's like he goes to the UN and he tries to get something done. And he's like, okay, if you do this, it'll be great. And then they say, we're not going to do that. And he's like, okay, I'll do it anyway. I mean, what the fuck is the point of the UN? If
Well,
you're-
the point was that he was pressured to do it, and it's all lip
you're
service.
right,
Paul
you're right,
Krugman
you're
has a
right.
great column
wanna do
today
it. But how
about
can
the
you
Bush
be-
administration saying whatever the hell happens to be convenient that
Yeah,
day, and then changing it later on and saying, oh, if you took it the way we said it, you
Yeah.
must be idiots.
Yeah, Clinton did
You
all
know?
that too, though. But
Not nearly to
But
this
when you
extreme,
get to the
though. I
point
mean,
where
these guys have taken Orwell to a whole nother level.
Clinton, I guess,
That's,
knew the United Nations wouldn't do it, and that's why he said, okay, we won't do it. At least just some degree of honesty.
He didn't want the hassle.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, come on, that's a tremendous amount of
Well,
bullshit hassle
Saddam's just
for a 50-50 kind of
But the
problem.
difference is that Clinton got press that was negative as hell. I mean, it
Did
was
he?
constantly, Clinton's a liar, Clinton's full of shit.
Oh,
Can't
not
trust
about the
Clinton.
Iraq thing, though.
But yet Bush gets portrayed as a plain-spoken guy, which
Well,
he is
all you have
not.
to do is date that back to 9/11, because everybody is now saying they're afraid to say something against Bush. That's answer to Bly's whole
No,
question.
that's the huge part of
People
it.
are like, hey, he got us out of 9/11, or whatever.
People who are
Yeah, I know
afraid
it's
to-
bullshit, but that's
No,
what they're
let me make a statement that hopefully I could die from.
You hope you can die from.
People that are afraid to make statements against Bush are stupid
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I don't have,
Right.
I mean, stupid.
Yeah, but I don't even think they're
So the
afraid.
Secret
I think it's
Service
more
is
like
using
they
Luther
really
and
think
the
they owe him or
approximately
something.
12
Like
hours.
he's the only guy who could have carried us through our darkest
Bitches.
hour.
Well, they shut the press out if they question them.
What?
The press gets shut out.
Fucking
Right.
media
Oh,
is
I
so
know.
Question
one-dimensional.
Bush. I know.
It's not even worth a fucking
But and
analysis.
they know that his. I mean,
You
he's
can
got
analyze
these
what the
fucking
media has been doing about
meteoric approval ratings. What is his
Iraq,
approval rating
I mean-
at now? It's probably like 70 something.
fucking
60
3-year-old
summers,
kids do
65.
that shit.
That's just amazing, you know.
Well,
I mean, it's a waste of our time if we are so-called liberals to sit and analyze what the media is doing with this fucking Iraq shit and what the president is doing. I mean, it's rhetorical bullshit.
but it's worth asking the question,
but I mean, if we're going to
how do they get away with it?
No, well, I mean,
That's the
it's
question.
such an obvious answer.
Okay.
What I'm saying is we should start developing plans to counteract it instead of sitting here and analyzing the fucking obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, to say that Bush, I mean, any fucking person that hears a president, even Clinton, say shit. I didn't do anything wrong.
He knows a lot.
Nixon saying I didn't do anything wrong.
And all of them.
Bush saying I had nothing to do with Enron.
Yeah, but-
I mean, anybody who believes that's not
Yeah.
a lie
They
should
don't-
fucking take
yeah.
their head and stick it in their fucking
But
toilet
they don't. I know.
and flush it.
That's the thing now.
But why doesn't that
We do
ever
accept
happen?
the lie. We
Why
accept the
doesn't
lie.
that ever
For
happen?
Clinton, it was because the fucking Dow was great most of the time, and we said, dude, okay, you're
That's
weird,
all
you're a freak.
media bullshit.
Oh,
But
Josh.
Clinton-
Irrelevant, though.
but Clinton
I mean,
seemed
what does
to
that
know what
matter?
he was
How many,
doing.
What percentage of American citizens
I know.
own
Okay.
stocks?
Economy in general, though, most of his term
People do care about
was
themselves.
the
Bullshit.
perception was that the economy was is great, and so he could do whatever he wanted.
care about
And with Bush, the perception is that he's protecting us. He's daddy, so we will let him lie, and we'll kind of wink, wink. You know, I mean, it's bullshit. But I do think there's more people who are totally fooled by Bush because they think he's genuinely a good guy. So any kind of Enron-esque kind of connections, they just don't want to believe
I
it.
disagree. People are not fooled by Bush at all. People are
Some
fucking no.
I have friends that are fooled by Bush.
People are put. It's not Bush the person. It's the media in general that keeps repeating this bullshit.
People look at that.